and then I'm gonna play the intro.
So this is your offline.
Okay, I can stop the. Well, I think there's a delay, so it might show that I'm offline, even though I am online. Like I'm recording, but it's like not on the website yet.
In the previous podcast, it pretty much automatically
I am
popped
currently watching us have this argument on the YouTube.
Yeah, I see it on Twitch as well.
Now
Chris.
it's online.
Oh man.
Welcome to Mad Mega Gaming. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Nintendo Direct and the Xbox back compatibility upgrade. I'm joined here with Mark, Matt, and AJ. My name's Chris. And to kick it off, let's kick it off to, I don't know, say Mark.
Oh yeah, let's do it. So Nintendo Direct, obviously kind of one of their own internal like release event items, where they make all their big announcements, things like that. Of course, I think most importantly for all this, the one I'm most excited about is the Super Smash, the new characters. They're from Xenoblade 2. And so far, from what I've been able to tell, it looks like it's going to be similar to like Melee, like the character swapping between like Zelda and Sheik. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to reintroduce it. Unlike Matt, I'm not a big fan of sword players in Smash, so getting Pyra was like,
So for context, Mark, who's your favorite Smash character?
No, my favorite Smash character is gonna be Captain Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's just hands down.
What is this new one called? Not Brawl.
And Ultimate.
I haven't played this game in such a long time. It's like
Man.
There's Melee, and then there's everything else.
I feel like I said a lot about Ultimate. So a lot about Ultimate right there. Can't remember the name.
Yeah,
I play Ultimate all the time.
Little Mac's my main on Ultimate.
Dang, Little Mac. I think on Ultimate, I've mostly played a lot of Mario. Just because you get the hype forward air spike. And it's just meaty. But yeah, so I was excited about that. It is still cool that they're going to be a new character because it just always brings these new dynamics and just adding to their already massive roster. That's really about it for the new characters, though.
Yeah, I have never played Xeno Chronicles. I don't even know what the game's called. Xenoblade Chronicles. Anyway, yeah. So I actually have never even seen these characters before. I usually when a new character is announced, I at least know who they are. I've seen them somewhere online, but these I've never seen before ever. And I'm actually kind of surprised they brought back the stand switch. Because, they got rid of the Zelda and Sheik thing, which I personally didn't like. But yeah, I hope they combine Sheik and Zelda at some point.
Like as an extra character?
Yeah, they're not going to do it, but I just prefer the old formula where they're one character, two sets of move. You have your little damage, like tick damage Sheik, and then you have your smashing Zelda.
Yeah, they definitely separated them so much that in Ultimate, Sheik is monstrous at combos and does all this cool stuff, but they're doing these like 40 hit combos, and they're like, all right, well, I've done 30% damage. And then, especially if you face someone that's like hefty, like a Ganondorf or Bowser, like then they hit you twice, and you're like, well, they've matched my entire combo.
Yep. And Zelda has that 20% kick if you time it just right.
So.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. Funnily enough, out of all the extra characters that have come out for Smash Brothers Ultimate, it's been the sword users that I've spent most time with. Like I play a decent amount of Sephiroth. He's been the one that I've been spending a lot of time with, and then Byleth I've also spent a lot of time playing as. So I'm excited. The stance switches look cool, and yeah. But I know I'm in the minority. I know a lot of people aren't super excited for anime sword fighters, but that's kind of what I'm here for at this point.
Yeah, there's just so many sword fighters in Smash now.
Yeah.
Just Fire Emblem alone, just all the swordsmen. Yeah. I haven't played Ultimate in a while. I haven't even played Sephiroth, so
We should pick it up again. Do you have the fighters pass for the newest ones?
nope.
Okay.
I didn't think we would ever play it again, so I never picked it up.
Shoot, I'm always down to play Smash Ultimate.
Well,
You
there's
had
a
to
thing
clarify.
that released.
Well, it
called
has the most
Slippy.
characters.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. Chris speaking the truth, the good shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Slippy's where
Slippy
it's at.
boy. Slippy's where it's at.
I need to see
Roll
how
back
that'll
back.
No,
work.
we could play some Slippy. I'm down for that shit.
Some Falcon 1v1s.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is that the
I-
thing with
I d-
Slippy? It's only 1v1s?
Yep.
Okay.
think so, yeah.
At the moment.
With rollback, fucking regular people in the community can institute better online than fucking Nintendo themselves. Ridiculous.
Well, I'm sure they
Yeah,
can
man.
do it. They just don't. Right.
That's because the sheep, y'all sheep just keep feeding them. So like, well, what's the point? They just keep playing anyway. So fuck it.
I don't
Let's
play
move on.
online, so doesn't matter to me. But yeah, it sucks that it's not a better netcode. I agree on that.
All right. What's the next topic in Nintendo Direct?
Do any of you guys play any of the Mario sports series?
Yes.
Not
Not
since,
typically.
I don't
I
think I've played
fucking-
anything since GameCube.
Dude, they're so good. I love those. Like Mario Tennis was my shit.
Mario Tennis is
Yeah.
legit. I like.
Oh
love
my
some Mario
God.
Tennis.
Mario Tennis N64. That's where it's at.
Even the one on the Switch, man, shit was awesome. But the reason I ask is because they did announce their Mario Golf, and honestly, it does look pretty good. It's no like Wii Golf, but if it's anything like all the other Mario sports, I think I'd probably enjoy this.
I thought it looked like, all right, until I saw the free roam mode, where it's just
Oh yeah,
one long turn, everyone plays that at the same time and tries to
yep,
hit the ball into the hole.
Speedrun.
Speed running, and like you have abilities look like to speed past people, possibly attack.
Yeah.
That actually looked really fun.
yeah. And I think I've mentioned before. The Switch is definitely like I'm going to be away from my home PC setup for an extended period of time, and once that happens again, I am definitely picking this game up.
Is it online multiplayer?
That's
a good
actually
question.
a great question.
It's a good question. Yeah, hope so.
I would assume so. But I guess
Okay.
I never know.
4 players?
It looked like it was 4 players. They were showing off 4 characters.
4 characters. Okay, yeah.
Mario Golf Super Rush features several local and online multiplayer modes.
Good. That's good.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
See, with a game like that, their shitty online won't be too big of a deal because it's not really like competitive in the sense of like frame data and shit. So
I don't know, man.
I
The
don't know,
speed
man.
golf
I'm
looks
getting
pretty
get away with
intense.
that. You probably get away
Frame
with it.
perfect tee off, man. But yeah, this is definitely something that looks awesome. I do know that there's some very polar. I guess moving to the next one, there's some polarizing opinions on the Legend of Zelda remake, if you will.
Yeah.
I think, was it you and AJ that were discussing that?
I'm gonna have polarizing opinions on a lot of this Nintendo shit, but yeah, definitely
Fair enough.
probably yeah, Skyward Sword HD is definitely one of the bigger ones. At least for me personally, like Nintendo is like just milking the fuck out of this remaster shit. And I don't for me personally, I mean, I'm sure for someone who's like their favorite fucking Zelda is Skyward Sword, they probably freaked out, right? Like, hey, like to that person, much respect. Like, you love the game, so you're probably happy to see it. But I don't know. For me, I'm just tired of seeing the remasters because like they're not even like remakes. They're like, oh, we bumped up the res and then we made sure the motion controls worked with the Switch controllers, and then we added like a couple like just surface level features of like I think I might have saw something like they added some features from Breath of the Wild, like stamina or some shit. I don't know.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, man, I'm just like, bro, like, and then they released the shit at $60, like, and it's the same game. And like, I would say what, like, probably 95% the same game with like just a res bump or something like that. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just not worth $60, and I feel like Nintendo, like, they can just I don't know how, but they just get away with this shit, and they just keep pumping out these remasters, and people keep buying this shit. But eventually they'll run out, and I look forward to the day when they run out of remasters, and they can just focus on making at least for me and my taste more exciting shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was initially excited for this, because I've never played Skyward Sword, and I heard it was really good.
Mm.
And just the fact that they took away the requirement for motion controls, I was like, oh, okay, now I can actually play this. I was a little worried when they started showing like, oh, I can use your Switch controllers and do this to swipe your sword. I was like, oh no, but I was like, okay, so they changed the controls so it's a little more friendly for people who don't want to break a sweat. But then I think AJ, you're the one who posted that it was $60 for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that it was like what the game, a special edition controller for the Wii.
Oh, you talking about the old edition
Yeah, the old
from the
edition,
Wii?
and
Yeah, yeah,
whatever else it came with was $60
yeah.
or something like that, right?
Yep, that's right.
And now just this remaster with nothing else is $60.
$60. That's right. Yep.
And I think personally, $60 is pretty expensive for a pretty simple port, right? It's not a complete remake like Demon Souls was.
Exactly.
Because even Link's Awakening, which they did remake, I thought that was steep for $60.
Yeah, and at least that was like
Yeah, that was
You know,
actually remade, right?
Wait, Link's Awakening
remade
was
to a
60?
Yeah.
Huh. I thought that was
Yeah.
40.
That was a game that I thought,
Did you
40
did, did
$40
you
would be
did you
great.
buy it, Matt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't bought any of these. I mean, except for Breath of the Wild, and I don't know why I bought it. No, I haven't bought any of these like ports from the older systems.
Okay.
I was looking at Super Mario 3D World today, but no, I never played Skyward Sword. I guess I fell into the discourse around it that it's just is one of the less interesting ones. The motion control stuff is interesting because I played Twilight Princess with the motion controls, and that was my preferred way of playing it. And so, it's good that they're adding the non-motion controls, and I think it's also cool that they are keeping the old motion controls in there because it could have just simplified it, right? Probably, and just taken it out and made it like a traditional Zelda game. But yeah, $60. I'm not buying this for $60.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous, bro.
I can understand Super Mario 3D World a little more because that released on the Wii U, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no one played that anyway. That's a brand new game. Might as well.
Might as well.
I don't know anyone who owns a Wii U.
I did for a little bit.
You did. I remember that. Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Weren't the controllers real expensive?
Well, yeah, the controllers were the tablets.
I mean, shit, the Joy-Con is like what, $70 or some
$70,
shit.
yeah.
So, I mean, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this game, $40 tops. I'd pay for it.
Yeah, I would look
I-
at this game for 40. I would not buy it for 60. But then
40 is a little bit more acceptable. I agree. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. And given Nintendo's track record, like this isn't going to go on sale in at least the next decade.
Fuck no, it's not.
Yeah, and it goes into what AJ said. People pay this price, so that's the price they can set. Nintendo's like Apple in that they could just set whatever price they want, and people will still eat it up.
Yep. Because I guess it's that thing, right, where it's like, well, It's the only place I can play this. The only company that makes it. So like Apple, right? Like I don't have a choice. So I'm just gonna pay it, and they just can't say no. So there you go. Crazy. Fucking $60. Jesus. I can't wait till they fucking run out of remasters.
Like, how much was the Mario pack last year? Was that 60 or was that 40?
That
was
was 60.
$20 per game.
That's so insane. Well, no, that's still too much.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, the
paying
N64
$20
game.
for a N64 game.
But all I did was up the res and take out that quote. The second game was a GameCube game. I think the same thing. They upped the res and made sure it was a widescreen format, I believe. And then what? Galaxy's the Wii game. Those 3 games for 60. At least that deal to me is a little bit better than fucking Skyward Sword, but it's still a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you get 3 whole games, right?
Yeah.
And 3 great games from what I
Right.
hear. I haven't played Galaxy, but the other 2 are great.
Galaxy's my favorite one out of the series.
Yeah, I heard really good things about Galaxy. Yeah, but then this one's this one game for $60. That's steep.
Nah, dude.
A game that didn't even drum up my youthful interest in this, even though I played like every other Zelda game. So yeah, unfortunate. I wonder if it's just like COVID screwed everything up, right? So whatever the release calendar for this year got pushed back. Because I thought Breath of the Wild, and you know the other thing about Skyward Sword is, you guys watched Direct, right? You saw how they introduced the Skyward Sword remake.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious, bro. I know you guys were expecting to hear something new about Breath of the Wild 2. Sorry, that's coming at a later time. It's just
We
like,
decided to
damn.
put our resources into this one.
But guess what? It's a Skyward Sword HD coming, baby. Like, hold on to your butts, baby. Here we go. That's what y'all been waiting for.
Yeah, so yeah,
I don't know.
It's just
that was dumb to me, man. Like, I mean, for one, I didn't really care about this Direct to begin with, but I was at least interested to see what they do with Breath of the Wild 2. I didn't care about the first one, especially after I heard about like the weapon durability and things like that, which I thought like the Master Sword as like a fucking durability meter. Like,
Yeah, that's dumb.
that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. So
Like,
I was
just
curious.
make-
I was curious to see if you know, Breath of the Wild 2, they might have changed that to make it to take that shit out. Like, that doesn't need to be in fucking Zelda, and keep the same kind of formula of the roaming and the kind of soulsiness. So I was kind of like, all right, let me see what they do. Maybe they'll kind of give us some quality of life shit. And maybe it might be worth checking out. But then they hit us with we'll show that off later. I'm just like, damn. It also made me feel like this game is fucking far off, like really far.
Well, I assumed it was going to be coming out this year, and then with COVID happening, I assume that's why it's getting pushed back even further. Because
Shit, probably
if it's
like
using the
fall
same
of
engine, it
2020.
should not have had a long turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it is or it isn't, but if it is, then yeah, it shouldn't take too long, right?
So Matt, this next one I think was more up your alley.
Yeah.
The Project Triangle Strategy.
And before we hop into that, just how's it going, Natsu? Thanks for joining the chat. And she
Hi,
says
Natsu.
that AJ has a nice camera.
Hey,
He does have a nice
appreciate
camera.
it.
He does.
Suspiciously nice.
But the game that I'm excited about, you're talking about Project Triangle Strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up a video of that. Yeah, so Project Triangle Strategy is the new game that looks like it's going to be made. I mean, I believe it is the same people who made Octopath Traveler, and it has that same type of art style. And I really enjoyed Octopath Traveler. The gameplay for it was really good, and most of the storylines were interesting. The only reason why I stopped playing it was because I had to play through like 4 people I didn't care about, and the storylines didn't really feel connected. And I think once I had to get into this grind of, I have to play these characters to progress the story, then I kind of fell off. But with this one, the way that they're describing it makes it seem like it's going to be more of an like the story's going to be, I think it's 4 protagonists or something like that, and then the story is going to be more involved. And then on top of that, it's supposed to be like a tactics style as opposed to the traditional turn-based. So
More of a Fire Emblem-y type of
Yeah,
game.
and I think Fire Emblem Three Houses was my favorite game that I played on the Switch, and I think more of a tactical RPG, especially in that Octopath Traveler style, is exactly up my alley. Um, so I'm super excited about this, and I forgot to play the demo. I was supposed to play the demo before I got on today, uh, but yeah, I'm super excited for this.
And I really like this art style they went for.
Yeah, did you played Octopath, right?
I did play Octopath. And I wasn't too invested in the characters, so I didn't feel like I had to keep playing. So I got to a point and I was like, okay, I think I got enough out of this game and just stopped. So hopefully this one has a little more, more character development and in-depth stuff.
Well, yeah, it's like other RPGs, right? You have your main core party, and then those are the only people that I cared about. Everybody else is kind of whatever, and so having to play their
Yeah.
storylines was just not as interesting. But I like the world
Um,
setting. I like the character stuff that I liked was really good. So I'm super excited. This is probably my game of the year, whatever year this comes out.
2022.
Oh wait, that might be the same year that Dungeons. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough year.
What game?
Darkest Dungeon 2.
Oh,
Mm.
one idea I heard online is, take this kind of art style, graphic style, and apply it to other old games and remake them in this format. So, like, one thing I heard, which I'm completely on board for, is make a Chrono Trigger remake with these graphics.
Where you have the really detailed environments and the 2D sprites like the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that could work. I'm surprised they
That's
haven't done a remake of
my
Chrono
favorite
Trigger.
game. I think they did re-releases for like the SNES.
Because who
Game
made
Boy
that?
Advance, maybe DS. Came to mobile, I think. PSP, but not anything more than a port.
It's a Square Enix game, so they could totally just build Chrono Trigger in the Octopath engine.
They could, yeah. I think it will translate really well.
So that's interesting.
I was really disappointed when Chrono Trigger Resurrection got canceled. It was a fan-made project where they completely redid the whole thing, like graphics and everything, and even had a really great soundtrack. It sounded fully orchestrated. Yeah, then Square Enix said, "Nah, shut it down."
Gotta protect your IPs, man.
Yeah.
There's another game that got shut down this week.
This week?
Yeah, there's a fan project that got shut down this week, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, you guys continue conversing while I try and remember what it was.
I'm not familiar with anything.
All right. They did show off the new Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I actually thought that looks pretty good.
yeah.
I thought that was one of the better things out of this boring ass direct. That was the Monster Hunter showcase. I was like, damn, this shit. It's probably gonna run like shit, but it looks pretty good.
It's the only reason why I haven't picked, or like I'm not jumping at the bit for it.
Oh, same. Because I loved Monster Hunter World.
And it looked like it had multiplayer because there's a part in that gameplay where there was I saw like 4 hunters like jumping in. So I was like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna have multiplayer. That little switch is gonna be fucking on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But the monsters look dope and everything.
Yeah. I know at one point in the cinematic, they had like this ninja looking dude running across the old Japanese styled houses. And I thought that was like it's gonna be interesting to see what I guess the home base is gonna be, because from what I'm able to tell, it looks really cool.
Yeah, the characters look dope too.
Yeah. And then of course you get to make your Palico, which hopefully.
Oh yeah, Palico, most important part of the game.
Oh, of course. Just remake Goose. Just taking out freaking dragons.
Little goose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, even some of the creature effects, like like that like swamp monster, and it was like throwing up all the walls and shit like that. I was like, oh, okay. Like I was a little impressed by some of the like the spectacle of the creature abilities. So I kind of, to be honest, I kind of was even though I've seen previous gameplay, I was kind of expecting the Switch version to the Switch game to be kind of like shitty.
Mm.
But it looks pretty well made. It looks like they probably they squeeze probably as much juice out of the Switch as they could get.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
really on fire. You have to put it on an ice pack.
Oh yeah, 100%. You have to buy like some sort of cool on adapter.
The
Like the ones they used to make on
freaking
the old systems.
yeah, I forgot about that. There was one part specifically that I wanted to talk about. Was one this guy using like a hammer that had like a spinning wheel on it. Looked really cool, but also when he's riding it, he has these like light reins that come out,
Yeah,
and he's using it looked like he was controlling this monster to like
beast.
use its beam on another monster he was fighting. So I was like, though, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise easily was the best part of that direct. I was like, damn, like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It made me wish that this game was coming to other platforms. 100%.
Oh yeah, I would have definitely bought
100%.
this.
I probably would have bought this shit if it came to other platforms.
Mm-hmm. Well, how long did it take for Monster Hunter to get to PC?
It was 6 months to a year, I think. I don't know if they ever got parity. I know for a while the PC version was like months behind on patches. So, I mean, I would hope that it does. I would expect that it. Well, I would hope that it does. I don't expect anything.
So according to this, it was released January 26, 2018, PS4, Xbox One, and on Windows August 9th.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, not
8
too
months.
bad. Not too bad.
That's how long I have to wait for PlayStation exclusives at this point, if not longer.
Shit. PlayStation exclusives, man. I feel like at this point they're at least a year.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Horizon.
Like,
Look how long
you're
it took
looking
for
at
that game
least
to
a
come out.
year. So hopefully we'll see FF7 remake on other platforms this year.
Hopefully.
Yep.
So with Monster Hunter Rise, I think I'm going to wait and see what people say about the performance before I pick it up. If it's solid enough performance, then I'll definitely pick it up. But if it has issues, then I'll wait and see for other platforms, or if they patch it so it runs better. Hopefully they're building it with a Switch in mind, that it runs pretty good on there. Because it looks pretty good.
Since you're pretty picky about your frame rates, what is your threshold for Switch?
So the Switch is a lot lower, obviously, because it's a much weaker device than my other platforms. But if it's a solid 30, then I'd be fine with it on the Switch.
What?
On the
You're
Switch,
cool with a solid 30? Wow.
it's the only console that I'll let
Shocked.
that happen. But because like I don't know, like Animal Crossing looks fine. I don't know what the frame rate on that thing is. But
Probably like 30.
yeah, so
It's not an action game though. Monster
It's
Hunter
not.
is.
It's not an action game.
yeah, and I never finished Astral Chain because I wanted it to run a little bit better. Next topic.
Yeah, the last main announcement. Splatoon 3.
Mm.
You guys
The
playing any other
crowd went
Splatoons?
wild.
I think I played the first one a bit. It was all right.
I feel like I tried a demo once.
Played
Never
the demo
tried-
for
never played it
Splatoon
again.
2.
Never played it again.
Yeah.
Not
I think
interested.
the character design, the world, and the idea is great.
Mm.
Just wasn't for me.
I did actually have to look it up because I was like, man, they're making a third one. I wonder if this actually sold well. And apparently it's sold like insane.
I think it's
Splatoon's
one of the more
popular.
successful new
Yeah,
IPs.
Yeah.
Nintendo fans like Splatoon now.
Yeah.
Don't get
I know.
it fucked up. They love some Splatoon.
I think
I
there's
know
even
for a while there was
competitive
a
scene, right?
yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I was say. It's that competitive scene, bro.
I think So with Splatoon 1 and 2, I just didn't have the appropriate Nintendo console at the time that it got popular, and so I didn't pick it up. But I think Splatoon 3 is something that I'll pick up and try because it's always looked interesting. I've always wanted to get into it, but um, I was never able to jump on the initial release hype.
It's definitely a game you need online for
Yeah.
to fully enjoy it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it
for
looks
me,
cool.
man.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah, it's
Not for me.
I just wasn't feeling it when I was playing it. I try to like it, but
I don't care for the art style.
I personally love the art
Characters,
style.
I think the
but,
art style is the biggest thing that this game has going for it.
It's not for me.
they had a world championship, and there's like broadcasters and everything.
There's
This is
broadcasters
crazy.
for everything, but yeah, people who like Splatoon really like Splatoon.
I mean, it's always a game always have a fan base, man. Shit, even the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games had like a mini competitive scene with like, dedicated fans, even though it was a shit game for competitive play. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like people will a community will come around, man, and keep a game going and create a competitive scene even if there isn't really one.
Smash Brawl had a competitive scene.
Hey, some people love Brawl, bro.
It's
I
so
don't know how.
slow.
Oh, that's all about that Project M, though.
Oh, Project M. That was fun.
Project M's not bad. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
fuck with some Project M.
You got to play with Sora in that. That was good.
That speaking of Sora, that is literally the only character that would make me pick up Ultimate. Literally the only character that would be like, all right, I gotta try Sora out because Sora's fucking dope as fuck. Like, I would buy the fighter pass just to play with Sora one time and be like, okay, like I hate Ultimate, but I can't not try Sora. Like, we've been waiting for Sora for a long ass time in Smash.
Yeah, but they've never said that Sora's coming. I think it's just the fans going crazy over it.
I mean, shit, they put everybody else in the game. I can't put Sora in the game.
Well, I know that. I
We got
know. I'm
fucking
just saying
Ridley.
that like shouldn't be expecting Sora. I mean,
And people are hyped about Ridley.
Right? Like, come on, man. You put everybody else in, put Sora in, and they like sword characters anyway, so he'd fit.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for. I know it may or may not happen, but that would be the character that would be like, all right, I don't even like this game, but I'll give you some money so I can try this character out.
No, they're probably gonna come out with a Mario Golf Mario before they come out with Sora.
I'm pretty sure. No.
Regular Mario, Dr. Mario,
Maybe-
Golfer Mario.
Maybe on the Nintendo Switch 2, Smash Ultimate Remaster, we'll get Sora. I think that might be it.
Remaster, yeah.
Yeah, the remaster.
Or a Monster Hunter character. That'd be cool.
Should
Oh,
I
yeah.
take that?
I know for a while there, they're like, yeah, the Doom guy is totally going to come into the Smash Ultimate scene.
well, they still have what 2 more characters left in this Fighters Past.
Yeah. If they add the Doom guy, they have to add in like Rip and Tear. That's what would sell me is adding Rip and Tear. Just oh yeah.
Yeah. So 2 more characters left to reveal.
And this is their last fighter pass, right?
I wouldn't say ever, but yeah, I think they've been hinting that this is probably the last one. No, Binman's fun. I could live without Steve or Alex, and then Sephiroth is really fun.
You
And
like
here-
the literal worst characters.
What are you talking
ever.
about?
Min Min is such a piece of shit.
Dude, Minman's fun.
Who's Steve and
you-
Alex?
You freaking
Minecraft.
you smored
Oh.
you forward smash from the exact opposite side of the map.
Hell yeah. Fucking sniping with Min.
2 characters left. Pack 11 store.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is coming to Switch, so maybe Ryu
Oh,
Hayabusa.
that's right.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah,
Hayabusa.
I wouldn't pay for him, but that'd be cool to see. I'd watch some gameplay of that.
All right, so I think that basically wraps up Nintendo Direct. There were some other announcements, but there were tiny topics, little updates here and there. Nothing too major. But AJ, let's talk about the Xbox.
Hey, okay. Yeah, it's a little small topic here. I didn't want to dive too deep into it, but more make a note because I just thought it was cool as fuck. But this week, Xbox actually released another backwards compatibility like upgrade feature. So right now, it's only works for a select number of games, like meaning like fucking four or five games. But the tech is dope. So this week they introduced, and I think they actually mentioned this before, that they were going to try to do this, but introduced an FPS boost mode, where essentially any backwards compatible game, and this includes Xbox One and Xbox One X games, they are able to double the frame rate without changing anything to the game's code. So right now, the games that it works with are Far Cry 4, new Super Lucky's Tale, Sniper Elite 4, UFC 4, and Watch Dogs 2. And you literally just load up the game on your either Series console, it could be Series X or Series S. You load that game up, and you'll be experiencing double the frame rate. And one cool thing was for the Super Lucky's Tale, because that was 60 FPS on the One X. In that particular case, they actually doubled it to 120. So you can actually play that game in 120 without there having been any type of upgrade to the code. They just do some engineering wizardry on the back end and trick the game into thinking that it's running at its old frame rate, but it's actually running at the new one. And from everything I've read from people who've been trying it out, a lot of journalists who've tried it out, is that because I haven't tried it myself, but that it's incredible. Like it's um, super smooth, consistent. Very rare experience drops in these games. But it feels as if the game's running natively at 60 FPS, 120 FPS. So I just thought it was cool that Microsoft is continuing that initiative of making your backwards compatible games better, and to see this feature, like the proof of concept, actually come to life, right, and see that it's something that actually works. It'll we can start to see it come to other backwards compatible games, and that a lot of games that maybe you might actually own digitally, but you might not play on the box because you're like, well, it's 30 FPS. If that gets upgraded, give you a little incentive to load it back up or not buy a new copy. And maybe this might extend to even like future games too, depending on how the engineering wizardry works. But I thought it was just dope, man. Like I love this whole "hey, we're gonna make your old games better" initiative. Like I'm all about it. But what did you guys think when you saw or heard about this news? I'll kick it back to you, Chris. You start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Microsoft's initiative to continue to push backwards compatibility and continue to improve that experience. Something that I'd like to see in the PlayStation side, because that's a huge catalog they're kind of wasting, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, even Nintendo is doing like Super Nintendo and NES games
Oh,
that
I
you
thought you were
play
gonna
if you
say
have an online
re-releasing
subscription.
their old games on the new console for $60.
that's a little different.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
that's a tactic. I'll take that for some games on PlayStation side.
That's a little different.
But yeah, I think Microsoft's push for letting your old games work on the new console and just being able to improve your old games is there's nothing bad to say about that. It's a great initiative.
Yeah. And one thing I did want to add with this too, this feature actually works in tandem with the other back compat feature that's already available for most back compat games, and that's the auto HDR. So you can have auto HDR plus the FPS boost running on these titles. And I myself have used the auto HDR feature, and that's incredible. I actually use it whenever we play Apex because I play Apex on my Series X, and it has the auto HDR feature, which runs some algorithm that enhances the colors, and it looks incredible. Like that shit looks so good.
But that looks insane on
Uh,
Olympus.
dude, the grass on Olympus is fucking crazy, bro. The grass on Olympus is insane. But yeah, so you can use both those features. So I don't know if people weren't privy to the auto HDR feature, but that's just another back compat feature that enhances your game with an HDR look. Um, but yeah, Mark, what do you think about this FPS boost news?
Dude, it's cool, man. Anytime we can get like triple digit FPS when you have the the equipment to do so, like an actual TV that can display 120 hertz, things like that. That's awesome. I'm all
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. I think I was talking to Matt about it. The lowest refresh rate I have in my house is my phone, and that's at 90. So seeing things at 60 hertz like hurts my eyes. Using
That's
like
wild.
my work phone as an iPhone, I'm like, oh, it's so. Why is it so jittery? And people are like, what are you talking about? It's like my eyes.
Mm,
Yeah. So anytime
I
we
can,
can get triple digit
I can
refresh
respect that.
rate, I'm all about it.
I can respect that. But I feel you on that, man. You get used to experiencing something one way. Cause I'm like that
Mhm.
with like film. Like I'm all about my 4K HDR, like movies and TV
Right.
shows. Like if it's not in that format, like I feel weird. I'm like, damn, like this shit is not clear. Like the colors aren't popping. The picture isn't sharp. Like I'm gonna wait for the 4K release. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
how I am with especially film content, and sometimes even with games too. I'm more of a res guy than the frame rate. Like just give me 60 and 4K shit. We could rock on, but I feel you, bro.
Give me both. Give me 4K at 144.
Shit, I'd
That's
take that too. If
Oh
I
my
had the
god,
money, if
that's
I
so
had, hey,
good.
if I had the money, I'd do that shit in a heartbeat.
So good. Like Apex is beautiful. And that I think runs solid 130, 140.
Hey, how many times can you SLI graphics card?
I think
Infinitely.
Twice, right?
2.
That's only up to 3, right? I thought.
Let's see.
Is it?
Actually, I think it might be 3. Yeah.
I mean, Mark got 2 more 3090s with your name on it.
See, you would think that would help a lot, but it actually doesn't.
It's not?
Not really.
No.
No, it doesn't help. I think it's more so because games aren't really built to take advantage of
Yeah.
that shit anymore. I think it's very few games that are like can take full advantage of some SLI cards and give you like some actual like really good returns.
So, Mark, there's a Threadripper with their name on it.
I would have to upgrade my entire power supply because I don't think I could support that.
You currently have a, what, 850?
850.
Okay.
I'm looking at one right now. Silverstone's latest power supply can handle 2 GeForce RTX 3090s running an SLI, and it's a 650 watt, or sorry, 1650 watt power supply.
Ooh,
Damn, thick.
Oh,
that's a lot of power.
oh, that's a lot of
That's
power,
Imagine
that's
electricity
thick
bill.
boy.
dude. Imagine if Matt's already having issues with his breaker tripping. Imagine having this even in his
Matt,
house.
Matt gonna shut down the whole goddamn apartment complex.
whole power grid
It's
is
such
going
bullshit.
up.
There's nothing on my circuit that should be breaking it, but I don't know. Ever since I plugged in my GPU into the necessary PSU slots correctly, just power outages every now and then. I don't know.
Were they not in the right slots?
I didn't have enough connected, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's right. You had the splitter, right, going from one port into the 2 pins.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think mine
It's
takes
like a 6 and a 4 or something like that.
Well, I had the 6 and the 4 plugged in, but I think I had to plug in 2 different things into the PSU.
Yeah, on the modular power supply, you had to have both of them independently going in versus having the one that has a splitter on it that you could take both slots.
Did I connect it correctly? That's probably fine.
I mean, it's working, so it's all right.
I mean, it worked before, so it was fine
Computer
before
works, the
too.
apartment doesn't.
I know.
Yeah, I think this takes 3, which I didn't even realize until I looked at it right now. So there's just a big meaty, like
3 what?
amount of 3 individual PCI slots, like
pins?
for, yeah.
Oof.
Juicy.
Yes, drawing all the power.
Full
Have you been hit with any power spikes with your card, Mark? Like, I know
Nope.
you're rocking the 3090. Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's been good. Haven't had any issues with it. Just fucking knock on
Yeah.
wood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been running great. I'll probably add. I still haven't added the extra fans. I was too lazy to do all that wiring.
Are you having any heat issues?
No. It just looks empty, so I wanted to add extra like pop into it.
Some RGBs.
Yeah, definitely. And then
Nice.
just putting RGB is just so much wires. So
Yeah.
I know we got off topic a little bit here, but Matt, I didn't get a chance to throw it to you. I don't know if you had anything you wanted to add to the Xbox FPS boost discussion.
No, I think Chris and Mark said it all. That this is good, and this is the correct route they should be taking. PlayStation should take note, but I assume that they're going down the route of the Final Fantasy VII remake. Just remake it.
Charge for them
whatever.
remasters, baby.
That's right. I mean, you make
We
so
get
much
to the
money off of
bread.
that, and I think that's the reason why Xbox can push this kind of stuff, right? Because their exclusives aren't strong enough to make money remaking and reselling and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Like, you already have the Master Chief Collection. That's pretty much it. I guess Gears as well. Is that their only
Solid
exclusives?
remasters.
Oh, the Forza series, Horizons, and the Motorsports.
Oh,
Yep.
yes. But they're already making
Horizon
new ones of those.
solid.
You don't need
Yeah.
remakes for those necessarily.
no, I
Are you
think
talking about
those,
remakes? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those don't. I don't think they would bode well for a remake because now like, all right, cool. Now I'm just driving what was considered a fast car in
Right.
2005, but now it's 2021.
Yeah, they just give them the quality of life boost now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing that Microsoft is really pushing into this. We're trying to be the best platform for consumers, and I think they're doing a really good job of that. And they just got to keep on trucking, and hopefully, more people will be able to get their hands on these new consoles, because it's weird. It's like I told you guys before. I don't remember if I said it on the podcast, but we are not current gen until people can just walk to the store and get one
Yeah, bro.
casually.
I didn't realize how bad this shit was gonna be. Like I knew it was gonna be bad, but like this is gonna be.
Well,
real
everybody
bad
was
this year.
saying early spring, right? Even the GPUs, and
Yeah.
then now they're like, 3080s are probably outdone for the year.
Yeah, bro.
R.I.P. Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I hope all the scalpers, will have just a room full of these unsold PS5s and Series X's.
Well,
And everyone can readily access it.
if people remain strong, can remain strong. It'll bite them in the ass eventually.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands,
I'm in
baby.
hands, man.
Just hold the line. Hey, but all we gotta do is convince Chris to get a 3090 though. You stop fucking around.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
a 3090.
Ooh.
You could have been upgraded your PC.
That's
Yeah.
why GoFundMe then.
Why not?
I'd be open to you three.
I will donate 69 cents.
That's a good amount.
That much closer.
I'll throw 100 Dogecoin in.
We about to make you a billionaire, Chris.
100
God dang.
Dogecoin. What's that? Like $6?
No,
I'll like the post and share.
I wish. If 100 Dogecoin was $6, I'd actually have a pretty decent amount of money.
You just wait, Mark. One day it'll come back.
Right now, 100 Doge is about 89 cents.
Next thing you know,
Wait,
Mark's
it jumped
buying
all the way
us
back up to
Lambos.
89?
No, 100 Doge is about 89 cents.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And even then, I think this is an outdated one because I think it's back down to like 0.06 or something.
That sounds about right.
Hey, maybe one day. But I think that pretty much wraps it up. So that's the podcast.
Oh, I was looking up stuff on the Xbox. I wasn't ready for that.
The tight.
Yeah. All right, yeah, our contact information and all our social media is on the bottom of the screen. We're on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and iTunes. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.